Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2. If you have not seen part 1, please go back in my channel and watch it, or I will link it in the description. Again, this is part 2. If you only watch this video, you probably will not understand where we're picking up. So I will link that in the description for you to go watch part 1. And this is going to be the rest of winterizing the 450, putting tire chains on, rebuilding carb, manifold gaskets, the whole 9 yards, putting a snow plow on it, all that happy. So if you have not seen part 1 yet, please go watch part 1 and then come back and watch part 2. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. There we go. I win. Okay guys, it's time to start rebuilding this carburetor. Got my rebuild kit here, got my carburetor off and over here. Got the ultrasonic cleaner sitting here warming up. We'll go for 60 Celsius, and we're at 16, that's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, let's get to it. So this is what it currently looks like in here. It probably looks a little bit funny because this has been out in the cold, and it's just a little bit funny looking, but it's still soap, so hopefully it works. And yeah, you can't see the bottom, but it is clean. Let's see. It's a nice shade of blue right now. Let's see how brown it is when we take it out. Okay, I couldn't drop it in one-handed, so I had to put y'all down. Everything's in there. See if the float will go in and float. Yep, we're good. So let's put the lid on it. And I usually run it about twice, half an hour, so we will be running it for about an hour total. And you see it's only up to 23 degrees. But hey, whatever. 22 degrees. Okay guys, now I've been doing some research for the last half an hour, trying to find the proper way to take this whole shebang off. I'm thinking it's a bunch of little screws, but I don't know. And of course, Gravely couldn't be smart enough to even put the manifolds, not even in the parts book at all. And in the service manual, it doesn't show you how to get any of that apart either. So Gravely, you're really dumb. I've decided that I'm just going to try and get it and leave this in here. I think I should be able to get to it fairly easily. I brought the drill over with the little wire wheel, so you know we'll fit in here and fit up here and move it around and do the other side. So let's put y'all in the stand and see what we can get into trying to do this. Okay guys, don't know how easy it is to tell on camera, but this points wire right here has definitely seen some better days. So I'm just going to put some electrical tape around it. Let's go and check on the carburetors too. Also, I got, as you just saw, all the surfaces cleaned up on the manifold and the block, and then I got that cleaned up for the carburetor. So we are ready for new gaskets on that. Okay, it's been in there for an hour. We're up to 53 degrees Celsius. Water's pretty dirty. Turn everything off here. Unplug it. Alright, let's get this over to the workbench.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got
crap out of the bottom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put the carburetor on the manifold. We got our gasket for it right here. And let me put you guys in the stand and let's get to it. Okay guys, I do believe everything is hooked back up. That's plugged in. Seems kind of strange that this isn't on further, but seems to be plugged in. It won't go any further, so okay. Got that hooked back up. Lights plugged back in. Throttle's hooked up. Chokes hooked up. Fuel lines hooked back up in both spots. Obviously the carb's adjusted correctly, or at least to where it was. Let's see here. I didn't disconnect any of the wiring over here. That's tight. I might tighten it up a little bit more. It's pretty tight. New gaskets in the manifold. New gasket under the carburetor. Rebuilt the carburetor. Halfway up the dipstick, or halfway up the hash marks for oil in the transmission. This should still be over full because we haven't started it to, that's way over full, to fill the filter up. Shrouds are both all bolted back on. All that happy. Here's the old carburetor gasket. It's not too bad. I might hang on to it for a little while. Only thing left to do is pull these off and pull the drive shaft off. I just sprayed WD-40 on it because it was being stubborn last week, and hooked the battery up, put the hood back on, and we will be all good. I'm wondering why there's another fuse right here. There's one in the back too. Interesting. We got the ground fixed. Let's see here. Dash is bolted on. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. I think the next order of business is to finally get to close the hood, obviously, and finish pulling the front drive kit off. Then we'll put the hood on. Okay guys, it has been a few days since I last worked on this tractor. Today is Monday. I don't remember what the heck the date is. I got the tire chains on the other day off camera. The last time you guys saw this, we had just finished up putting everything back together back here. So it is time to put everything back together up here. That front drive kit, the rest of it's just going to stay on there because it refuses to come off and it shouldn't be in the way. So the PTO shaft that's under there won't come off, so it's going to stay on there. And then these, they're not in the way, so I'm not even going to mess with them. So that's where we're at right now. So let's get the hood reinstalled. I did hook this up the other day and bump the key. It does engage the starter and does its thing. So let's get to putting the hood on and we should be ready to start it. Okay guys, it's time to see if it'll start. So let's check all our fluids, see what happens. Full. Full enough. Let's see here. Shut that off, we're good there. See what it does. That's not good. Wonder what the heck it was running on. Smoky in here. It wants to. I think it's filling up the carb maybe. Let's throttle it down a little bit more. See what it does. Burning something off the exhausts. Okay. Let's check the oil again. Let's open the door here real quick. See what happens. Okay guys, I let it sit outside and run for about 20 minutes at an idle and just over an idle. And it's still smoking, burning stuff off. It definitely isn't the manifold leaking. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's still doing it. You can see it a little bit right here. Right here, you know, where the dark spot of the tractor is, but it's still smoking, burning everything off. The carb did start seeping, so I brought it in here and shut it off. And I just checked it, and this screw up here, and they had all loosened a little bit, or they needed tightened or whatever. So I snugged them up. Now we'll see how that does next time. But it was running pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Transmission oil is still half full. I'm going to wait a little bit, check the engine oil, let it cool down first. But it did pretty good. And yeah, I do need to figure out why every time I'd put it under load it would stall. So I need to figure that problem out and figure out why it's so stiff to drive. Going forward, pretty much every time I'd try and drive forward, it would stall. It in low gear was all it could do to get up into the barn over idle. So that's pretty bad for a 16.5 horse. It might be because it's been sitting so long. But this is the end of the video, so thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like the content, that is. If you don't, then fine, I guess. Don't watch, doesn't matter none to me. I'm pretty much out here trying to do this for fun, so come spring, y'all will get to see this in use with my new bar tires, and I bought a hay rake. You'll get to actually see that be used, because the last video of raking was but it was in a time lapse because I didn't get as much footage as I hoped. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see that and more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I do have more Gravely's, and I got one outside, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.